Hey, Shelley Bilson here. Just while Facebook gathers me a little audience, I'm going to be talking about branding yourself and establishing yourself as an authority. Which topic may in itself strike the fear of God into you? Because the word brand is a really big word. In fact, it's a small word, but it has big meaning. And maybe you kind of get intimidated by the notion of that because we think of big brands like Apple and Coca-Cola, and we know how many millions are invested on the style and the look and the advertising and the this and the that and the other. And it can be so easy to think that that's all that branding is about. So it is likely, when you come on, let me know where you're coming in from, and please comment and ask questions. I would love to do Q&A as part of this. But it is likely that most of my audience are probably over 40, probably older than that. And if you're in that age group, then social media, we're still kind of getting the hang of it, whereas anyone under 30 and certainly under 20 just takes it for granted, and the idea of branding themselves is just like, oh, they don't even think about it. So I really want to talk about branding, of the do's and the don'ts of how you brand yourself and why you want to brand yourself online in particular. So let me start off by one of the nots, and I'll probably go backwards and forwards between the not and the do's and the don'ts. So one of the things that I think people get hung up on is things like logos. They think that, in fact, many times people assume that branding means logo. And I've spoken to six-figure coaching groups on this subject. It used to be a bit of an area of specialty for me. But I can tell you that a brand is most definitely not the same as a logo. So if you're just starting out in your business, and especially if it's hey, thank you so much, lovely to see you. Perfect. Oh, brilliant, Anna. Right, this is going to be spot on then. So people think, and I see this a lot, people think, oh, you need to look a certain way. And in the 70s and the 80s, you absolutely did. If you were putting together a brand, you needed to be very mindful of exactly how you looked, what you wore, the colours, the words you were choosing, the projection, the image that you wanted to create. You know, everything was about, if you like, superficiality, about what you presented, what you wanted to convey. Whereas now, especially if you're running a home-based business, if it's your business, thank heavens, in my view, we're in the world of being able to present yourself as the brand. And that's a godsend, because you see how I'm dressed now. You know, when I was working in the 80s in advertising, I would have been told to go home if I'd walked in looking like this. You know, I'm wearing my hoodie, I'm in my kitchen, I've got my kind of scruffy t-shirt on, I'm not looking $1 million, and it doesn't matter, because what you do with your business online is present you as a personality. You're delivering content, so focus on what you can share with people that will enable them to find their day easier, depending on your business, or give them tools that they can apply. Remind them of things that they've forgotten, you know, because we all get overwhelmed by information and stuff. So don't panic about thinking I have to do something original. You don't. You can just simplify things. In fact, people will really, really love you for making complicated stuff simple. People really love, let me give you the 3 top tips for, and you could have just regurgitated something you read online or read in a book that morning and deliver it as you, with your twist on it. Sorry for the ding in the background. And people will like that. So that's my key. You know, my message on brand has changed so much over the years. As I said, it used to be about image and projection and colours and design and graphics, and I love all that stuff, but you really don't have to do that. But what you do have to do, especially if you're a home-based business, especially if you're doing network marketing, is to develop your personal sense of style. Avoid hiding behind the brand. In fact, do the exact opposite of what you might be told to do. Do not mention your company name. Do not litter your Facebook page with images of product shots. Do not even mention your products, which sounds crazy, but social media is giving you the opportunity to build your personal brand, which simply means enabling the world to get to know you. And almost step away from the fact that it might be video, forget that you might be on a public stage. Just think of it as, I'm walking into a room full of people and I'm going to help them get to know me, and I'm going to be natural and I'm going to be who I am. And you might be in a normal conversation in a room and you'll be happy to say, oh, let me tell you about the latest great thing that I found. You need to know this. You could be one of those people who's what I would call a signposter. You always know where to find the answers to stuff. We all know those people, don't we? Who they're your go-to person for, oh, I don't know, ask Sue. She'll know. Sue always knows that stuff. You could be that person. You could be someone who's very inspirational, very good at picking people up and going, do you know what? It's Monday, it's a grey day, it's raining outside, I've got lights on even though it's the middle of the day, but do you know what? My life is great and your life can be great too, and this is how we're going to do it together. Make sure on your social media pages, as part of your brand, you promote motivational stuff. It doesn't have to be you. We've all seen them. You get the motivational posts. You can take those from other places, you put them on your page. They're really easy to do. You can get them done on Fiverr. Make sure you add some content, some training, like this Facebook video, or it could be a blog post that you share. It doesn't even have to be yours, but make sure that what you share is something that you feel and that you believe in, so that in that sense it does reflect you and your brand and what you're about. Share stuff that is personal to you. Now, my brand, I'm not actually a great lover of spilling my entire life on social media. If you watch my pages, and you will see my pages, if you keep an eye on it, you will see that I don't do a whole heap of stuff about, oh, I just had scrambled eggs on toast for breakfast, or I just went to the doctor's and he told me I had whatever, or oh, I'm really, really miserable. I actually am really not a fan of that stuff, and that's okay if you are, if that helps your audience, and that's who you want to be, who you want to reach out to. You want to reach out with solutions for health and wellness or fitness or whatever it is, then that's okay, but don't turn it into some kind of whinge fest or a pity fest or get way overly personal. Think sometimes about what you're sharing and whether it's something you actually want everybody to know about, because as you start building your personal page as a business, you need to realize people are watching you don't know who they are, you don't know who's watching. So those are some of the there's not really a strict do and don't, but I would advise that you do less of that. Also, be careful. When I was growing up, in terms of conversation, we were told don't ever mention politics or religion in public, which may be a little bit archaic, but actually, unless you're making a real statement, my brand is about, and I'm a Trump person, or I'm a Clinton person, or I'm a whatever. Think about, do I want my brand to be associated with that way of thinking, or are there loads of people who I know don't think like I do politically or religiously, but actually I really would like them in my world and I get on with them and on different levels. Think about how you want to connect with people in terms of what you're sharing. What is the statement you want to make about yourself? Is it about your race, your religion, your sexuality, your passions, your interests? Think a little bit about that and think how that contributes to your brand. It's a real who am I, but you might want to spend a little time today when I get off this call, just jotting down what are the things I'm passionate about that I want to share, that I want to be a part of my brand and the people that come towards me. So in my business, I want to build a team of people who I'm going to want to enjoy spending time with. I'm going to want to enjoy helping them. so I'm going to want commonalities with them. Now, for me, that's not to do with age. I'm equally happy with someone who's in their 20s and on the same wavelength, or someone in their 60s. I don't care about their age, I don't care about their sex, I don't really care about their sexuality, and I probably don't really care much about their religion or their politics. But I do care that they're positive, that they're upbeat, that they're up for life, that they want something different. And I really like people who care about other people, who have compassion at the core of their being. So those are values that matter to me, and if you keep an eye on my pages, you'll begin to see these elements appearing. So when I'm sharing about me, I'm actually sharing about what I'm passionate about, and you can do the same. Motivation, I mentioned that. Training, yeah, as I said, could be blogs, could be videos like this, could be something you've just read that you want to share with people, because remember, we're all overloaded with stuff. If you've just read a great book or watched a great video and you got something from it, then just share some of it. Save other people the time. We can't all read all the books and watch all the videos. But if you just did and you got something great from it, then share it. And what you'll begin to find is that you begin to build your own fan base. And you can start in one form of social media. And I recommend Facebook. Facebook is where it's all happening. Facebook is the place that can build you very personal audiences, and I'll come on to that in another video later. But so build it there, and then you can start to build out into other social media. But avoid overwhelming yourself by trying to be a figure in all of the, in Twitter, in Instagram, in Facebook, on YouTube. Pick one, and at the moment I'm going with Facebook, but I'm also using YouTube because I can double up my content. So what content I'm creating here in video, I can then post to YouTube as well. But in my team, we also provide fabulous training on how to do video marketing and Facebook marketing. So if you'd like help with that, then give me a shout. But let me just check a little list here in case I've missed anything vital. And while I'm doing that, are there any questions you would like me to ask? Because I do love interacting with you. It's really important to me. So Anna, is this helpful for you? If you're still with me, I'm hoping you are. Yeah. Oh, two things. Yeah. Here's a couple of things I forgot. The phrase that's written there is about being arrogant. I wouldn't call it arrogance, but personally, I wouldn't do that whole positioning, and I don't think any of my audience are like this, of posing with the cars and the flash houses. Thank you, Anna. Oh, you're a star. Bless you. Thank you. Facebook and video marketing. Oh, cool. Oh, well, I'll send you over a link. I think I might be able to help you with that. So, Dina, I can do that for you. Arrogance. Yeah, the flash cars, the holidays, the standing somewhere very glitzy. I would avoid that at all costs. That is not relevant to your brand. And if anything, it's at best intimidating, and at worst just a little bit annoying, because it's flashy, and who likes flashy people? We might want those things for ourselves, but we don't want you flaunting them all over Facebook. It's very off-putting. You're welcome, Dina. If I don't do that by the end of this, remind me. But I will remember. I will remember. And here's something I actually disagree with. Someone said, don't give too much away in terms of content. Save your best for when people join your team. And I used to think like that, but actually I've learned from the biggest people in the business that you are quite safe. You can give away the crown jewels and people will still come and want to join your team. They will still come and want to buy your products because they still want you. It's like, oh great, I know you gave me all that stuff, but actually I'd find it so much easier if you were helping me with that stuff. So don't feel afraid of giving away really, really, really valuable content, of really helping people without expecting something to come right back to you. it will come back. It might not come back from that person. You know, feel free to absolutely share. Cool, Anna, got it, yeah. And what was the other thing someone said? Bit of mystery. Yeah, bit of mystery. Bit of mystery is good. Get people curious about what it is you do. And we all like curiosity. You know, like when you walk past houses and it's kind of dusk and the lights are on and the curtains are open. You kind of want to peer in a bit. Allow your brand to be a little bit like that. People want to peer in through the windows and see what you're doing without you actually having to tell them outright, look at me, look at my products, this is what I do, I'm amazing. So I'm sure I'll have left things out. I hope not. But let me know if you got value from me doing this. And thank you so much, Dina and Anna, for engaging. I will share those links with you. And bless you, Cotton Songs. Love that. And yeah, connect on LinkedIn. Absolutely, Anna. And I'll see you soon. As I say, I really have loved the fact that you've engaged with me today, and I'd like to do more of these Q&As, so let me know what you found value in today and what you might find value in the future. And other than that, have a brilliant Monday and a brilliant rest of day. Thank you so much. Love you all. Bye.